watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Bakke. Briggs is on assignment tonight. A developing situation in the Kenwood neighborhood. Duluth police are asking people to stay away from that area while they negotiate with a man who's barricaded himself inside a vehicle. It's happening near Triggs Avenue and West Cleveland Street, which is just south of West Arrowhead Road. Here's a live look at that area right now. You can see a large number of police have responded, along with a tactical response team, which just arrived within the last 15 minutes. Officers have been on scene since at least 4:15 this afternoon, but police spokespeople could not confirm exactly when this incident started. They also don't know for sure if the man inside the vehicle is armed. At this time, we do not know if there is a threat to the public or what led up to this incident. Police say they believe the man is experiencing a mental health crisis. Of course, this is a developing situation tonight and one we'll continue to follow. We do have a crew there and we'll bring you any updates on air and online as they come in. A big announcement tonight in the race for Minnesota's 8th District. A new candidate announced her campaign for Congress. Duluth area Representative Jen Schultz is throwing her name in the ring. She's hoping to unseat Republican Congressman Pete Stauber. So is Bemidji Democrat Ernest Joseph Opegard Peltier III. He joined the race after redistricting moved him from the 7th Congressional District to the 8th earlier this year. Though the 8th has been held by a Republican in recent years, Democrats once had a strong hold on that district. CBS 3's Quinn Gorham shares what political experts say Democrats like Schultz would have to do to grab this seat again.
In her upcoming campaign for the 8th District, Representative Jen Schultz will be tasked with appealing to a new region, much of which includes the Iron Range, home to a broader scope of issues and industries, one of which includes mining. Mining, specifically copper-nickel mining, has played a major role in the region's political landscape in recent years, especially as two major proposals for new mines make their way through the regulatory process. The 8th District has long been a Democratic stronghold until 2010. For the last decade, it shifted parties several times. Aaron Brown, an Iron Range political expert, says Republicans have pointed to the mining industry as a big reason for that shift. He says Republicans traditionally support copper-nickel mining projects based on the jobs they could create, while some Democrats have recently questioned the impact it could have on the environment and want to put their trust in the regulatory review process. While mining is an important issue, Brown believes there are other issues that could play a larger role in the upcoming election, like infrastructure and economy. Still, as an important topic for many voters on the range, he believes mining is one topic Schultz needs to take a clear stance on. In her announcement in Virginia today, Schultz says she does support the mining industry.
And Stauber has done nothing for miners or mining except to pay lip service. And let me be clear, I support our miners and our mining industry.
We asked Schultz after the press conference her stance on copper-nickel mining. She said she'd be happy to discuss that in a sit-down interview with us down the road. Meanwhile, incumbent 8th District Congressman Pete Stauber has been a staunch supporter of copper-nickel mining proposals, citing the job growth he says it could have in the region. Congressman Pete Stauber won the 2020 election with about 56% of the vote, while his opponent Quinn Nystrom only got about 36%. Brown says with the recent political climate in the 8th District, this could be a statement win for either party.
Thank you, Quinn. Schultz was backed by several DFL lawmakers at today's press conference, including former 8th District Representative Rick Nolan. We'll hear more from him about what he thinks the Democratic Party needs to do to reclaim that seat tonight at 6 o'clock. Meanwhile, Congressman Pete Stauber's team issued a statement on Schultz's announcement, attacking her policies on issues like mining, taxation, and health care, which he calls failed socialist policies. Stauber's team says he looks forward to highlighting the differences between his policies and Schultz's. An Iron Range senator's proposal to improve ALS research and care is heading to the governor's desk. The state Senate unanimously passed the bill today, sending it to Governor Tim Walz to sign into law. ALS is a disease impacting the body's nervous system. After his own diagnosis, Senator David Tomassoni proposed putting $20 million in grants toward research and $5 million for ALS caregiving. There is currently no known cure for the disease. The number of people who fled Ukraine is nearing 4 million, according to the UN Refugee Agency. The most intense fighting is now happening in eastern Ukraine, where Russia is concentrating its efforts and may be focused on trying to split off part of the country. CBS's Skylar Henry reports from Washington.
Ukrainians in the southern city of Kherson took to the streets to protest the Russian invasion and occupation, as explosions could be heard in the distance. Pentagon officials believe Russia has launched nearly 1,400 missiles into Ukraine, but isn't furthering its advance on the capital city, Kyiv. The Kremlin says ceasefire negotiations will resume Tuesday. And Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says he's ready for a compromise in the eastern Donbas region, which has been partially controlled by Russia-backed separatists since 2014. Here in Washington, President Biden said he's not walking back his unscripted comment that said Russian President Vladimir Putin cannot remain in power, but says he's not calling for regime change.
I want to make it clear, I wasn't then, nor am I now, articulating a policy change. I was expressing the moral outrage that I feel, and I make no apologies for it.
The president added the last thing he wants the U.S. to do is engage in a land or nuclear war with Russia.
People like this shouldn't be ruling countries, but they do. The fact they do, but doesn't mean I can't express my outrage about it.
Idaho Senator Jim Risch, the ranking Republican member of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, called President Biden's comment a, quote, horrendous gaffe. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
The Kremlin said it's not up to President Biden or any American to decide who will run Russia, saying that is up to the voters in Russia to decide. An update to a story we first brought you last week. We're learning the Winona, Minnesota man released from Russian custody on Friday is now taking shelter in a NATO country. Tyler Jacobs was taken by Russian forces earlier this month while trying to leave Ukraine. He was in the country teaching English at the time. Minneapolis teachers have approved a new contract to end a nearly 3-week strike. The school district's more than 28,000 students are set to return to the classroom tomorrow. The union, which represents about 4,500 teachers, voted to approve the new contract on Sunday. They were fighting for wage increases, smaller class sizes, mental health support for students, and more. Well, Dave joins us now for a first check of the weather. Dave, blue skies and some sunshine today, but it sounds like that could be changing.
It will be changing, but not tonight. Probably not during the daylight hours tomorrow. Tuesday night.
Okay.
Things will be changing up. And right now, you know, we've been talking for several days about this next winter system coming our way. Things have dialed back just a little bit. So right now we're looking at a winter storm watch for the North Shore. That's where the heaviest snow is going to be expected from Tuesday night through probably Thursday night. The rest of the region still faces a couple inches of snow, especially up north. And I think we're also going to be getting a fair dose of a rain-snow mix here once again. So we're going to move on here in just a second, taking a look at the current radar map. And sometimes these machines move so slow. All right, that should go. There it goes. All right. A little bit of light snow is already creeping in from the west. And the situation we have is an Alberta Clipper tag teaming with another Colorado low, very much like the situation we had last week. So big low to the south, small low on top. The two cast their net together in our region to bring us rain-snow mixes. But as I mentioned, not for the short term. Mostly cloudy and 15 tonight. Tomorrow, partly sunny during the day, but after midnight, the mix could begin. And again, right now, it looks like the mix will affect the North Shore more than anybody else, but we're all going to get something, it looks like. And I'll tell you more about that something in a few more minutes.
Sounds good. Thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5. While spring fights to stick around, some schools are already preparing for summer. What families at Mesabi East need to do to help staff, coming up in City by City.
Menards has what you need to create your ideal yard. Stop in and save 11% on everything. There's no limit to what you can create with landscape blocks. 12-inch smooth patio blocks are $125 each after 11% rebate. Keep a variety of birds coming back to your feeder with KT Seed and Suet Wild Bird Food Blend. It attracts twice as many birds as black oil sunflower without the mess. A bag is $11.99 after 11% rebate, now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
We change our minds every day. About 1 million things a day. This is no different. You can't be afraid to be wrong. You can't be afraid to say, you know what, I'm just going to rethink this thing. People are not dying getting the vaccine. I better rethink this thing. I'm going to go call my doctor and have a discussion one more time. It is okay to change your mind.
Winter, where cold meets play. Adventure authentically with Frost River.
Hold on to your napkins, cheeseburger fans. DQ is taking taste buds for an all-out flavor ride with the new signature stack burger menu featuring 5 mouth-wowing cheeseburgers with 100% real seasoned beef. Like the loaded A1 stack burger with 2 amazing premium sauces. And the spicy flamethrower stack burger with, oh, hello, jalapeno bacon. So tell your taste buds to buckle up and try the new DQ signature stack burger menu today. Get it delivered at DQ.com. DQ, happy tastes good.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from the aerial lift bridge tonight. Yesterday, the Burns Harbor was the first commercial departure of the season, and it's only a matter of time before the first ship makes its way into the harbor. And Dave will be in with this week's full forecast in just a few minutes. But first, let's take a look around the region. Watershed management in Marango and an open call for artists in Virginia. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland city by city. We start things off tonight at Mesabi East Schools, where they are looking to gauge a need for summertime childcare. Parents with students in grades pre-K through 5 are invited to fill out the survey before April 4th. Staff will then use the information provided to determine the schedule for summer childcare opportunities. They will need to have at least 10 children a day for the care center to be open. Cost for summer care has yet to be determined. Next, we head to Marango, Wisconsin, where the local watershed is under review. On Wednesday, the Superior Rivers Watershed Association is hosting an event to provide updates on the Marango River Watershed Action Plan. The previous plan was certified in 2013 and is set to expire next year. The plan features 9 key elements and action steps to support the health and habitats of the watershed. The meeting will cover what changes have been made to the plan, as well as provide the community a chance to offer their feedback. And we wrap up in Virginia tonight, where they are looking for artist submissions. The Lyric Center for the Arts will be hosting their 18th annual Open Water exhibit in May. Submissions for the event are due April 11th. Categories are open to 2D and 3D artists, and pieces should express the springtime melt and all the enjoyment spring and summer bring to Northeast Minnesota. We will have more details on this open call and all of today's stories on our website. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, Coda was the big winner at last night's Oscars, and one actor has ties to Duluth. His story coming up in a few minutes.
Normal high temp today is 41. We only made it to 28, but tomorrow we will get closer to normal, and that extra warmth could help kick off a chance for a rain-snow mix by Tuesday night, a mix that may last through Thursday. So we're going out like a lion this week, I guess, as far as March goes. We'll talk about who's got the best chance for accumulating snows coming up after a break.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Rental cars are in high demand, but now there's another option. Rent a Toyota RAV4 or Sienna from Cary Toyota in Superior. Current models fill the rental fleet at competitive pricing. Rent for a single day or save with a weekly rental rate. Enjoy the reliability of Toyota on your next road trip. Unlimited mileage is automatically included when you rent at Cary Toyota in Superior. That's right, unlimited miles. You don't have to buy a new car to drive a new car. Call Cary Toyota in Superior to reserve your rental vehicle today. Voted best car dealer 22 times.
April 9th and 10th, we're celebrating 100 years of the Odd Shrine Circus. 3 shows with a new lineup of circus thrills featuring motorcycles, trapeze, high wires, and poles. Special guest Chewbacca wouldn't miss it, and neither should you. Save $5 per ticket and buy a discounted ticket in advance at participating Super One food stores or at the gate on the day of the show. The Odd Shrine Circus. 3 shows on April 9th and 10th. Don't miss it.
In this market, you'll find Fisher Investments is different than other money managers.
Different how? Aren't we all just looking for the hottest stocks?
Nope. We use diversified strategies to position our clients' portfolios for their long-term goals.
But you still sell investments that generate high commissions for you, right?
No, we don't sell commission products. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in our clients' best interest.
So when do you make more money? Only when your clients make more money?
Yep. We do better when our clients do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Get your news on the go. The CBS 3 mobile app.
Representative Jen Schultz announces her campaign for the 8th Congressional District. We tell you what challenges she'll face coming up.
Everybody's talking about a potential storm for Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll do the same.
Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, we took a look at Duluth's high temperature just a minute ago, and it was only in the upper 20s. The rest of the region didn't get close to the normal of 41 either. We had some low to mid 30s up in the northern parts of Minnesota, some lower 20s right by the lake up in Cook County, and we had 35 degrees in Hayward, 36 Solon Springs. Big Fork made it there as well. That was among the higher temperatures we got today, but tomorrow we should get into the upper 30s to lower 40s, close to normal, and that extra heat energy could provide more lift for a pair of low pressure systems that want to bring us another round of rain snow mixes. First, current conditions before we talk more about that. These come in from Duluth International Airport. It's 29 degrees there at the moment. Relative humidity is 41%, and an east-southeast wind is running 6 miles per hour. Air pressure right now on the high side at 30.27 inches of mercury. But with these 2 lows off towards our west, barometer readings should start going down tomorrow night. What we have is a Colorado low coming out of the Denver area. Those are juicy and potent storm systems. This low pressure system here technically could be an Alberta clipper, though it's a little bit too south. It's in Montana rather than Alberta, but like an Alberta clipper, it's not packing as big of a punch as the Colorado low. And then these 2 pressure systems are connected by a trough of lower pressure. So 3 different methods for giving us the lift, 3 different temperature regimes, cold on the top, warm on the bottom, middle in the middle. So we're eyeing up a snow mix possible once we go Tuesday night into Thursday, a mix for a good portion of the region, and rain to the south of our area. So let's put these lows into motion and see when they'll get here. And I think, again, they're going to get here just after midnight tomorrow night, moving very slowly as well. And frankly, the trajectory of these lows hasn't been hammered out completely to the satisfaction of most forecasters. This plot could be found to go a little bit more to the south. And if that happens, we're not going to get much in the way of precip for our area. But right now, at this stage of the game, it looks like the North Shore gets the best chance for accumulating snow, several inches possible there. Lighter snows for much of the rest of the region. The mix from east central Minnesota through Wisconsin into the UP. And of course, that could be pretty slippery and cause us some troubles for our commutes for Wednesday and Thursday as well. By Friday, though, we do start to calm down. So let's move into the forecast then and see what's coming our way. Tonight, low temps will be in the teens for Minnesota to the lower 20s with a mostly cloudy sky. For Wisconsin and Michigan, a very similar range of temps for the lows, 10 in the UP to 21 down around Hayward. Same mostly cloudy sky. Tomorrow, partly sunny day. Nice day tomorrow, Wisconsin, Michigan. High temps 38 to 43, pretty close to normal. Then the mix starts at night, and it should start at night for Minnesota as well. And that leads us then to a 90% chance for the rain-snow mix to slippery up things on Wednesday, and a 40% chance for follow-up snow on Thursday. Then come Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it looks nice. We get into April, and we finally bring back the 40s. So there's the silver lining for this out like a lion scenario.
Sounds great. Thank you, Dave. If you love the outdoors, Minnesota leaders are hoping you'll consider becoming a DNR conservation officer. The agency is now recruiting for its 2023 academy. A conservation officer is in charge of enforcing laws and regulations involving natural resources like state parks, wildlife, waters, and wetlands. To be eligible, all you need is a 2- or 4-year college degree. It doesn't have to be related to law enforcement. Annette Kylo has been a Minnesota conservation officer since 2018. She's wanted a career like this since the 5th grade. Now she patrols most of Olmsted County.
So between the two of being interested in law enforcement and just wanting to be outside in the natural resources and enjoying natural resources, and this was a good fit for me.
The DNR is having a job fair from 4 to 7 tomorrow night at its headquarters in St. Paul. A man who grew up in Duluth was part of a big win at last night's Oscars. Coda took home the Best Picture honor. The film beat out Belfast and Power of the Dog. Daniel Durant stars in the film. He was born in Detroit but spent most of his childhood in Duluth. Coda, which stands for Child of Deaf Adults, features a girl who is the only hearing person in her deaf family. When the family's fishing business is threatened, she finds herself torn between pursuing her passion of music and her fear of abandoning her parents. Coda is the first film from a streaming service, Apple TV+, to win Best Picture. Congratulations to everyone. It's that time of the show where we get to talk about adoptable pets, and today's pet comes to us from Northwoods Humane Society in Hayward, but it's not just one pet. Today we have a whole bunch of adorable puppies. The shelter currently has 11 Great Pyrenees Newfoundland mixes. The 8 to 12-week-old pups still have a few more vet checks, but they will soon be ready to go to their forever homes. If you would like to set up an appointment to adopt one of the bunch, then you can call the number on your screen. Still to come, the women's Final Four will be in Minneapolis this weekend. We get a first-hand look at how basketball's biggest stage comes together.
With Bath Planet, you get industry-leading products to modernize your bathroom with personalized options to fit your needs. Bath Planet has custom-built showers, baths, and maintenance-free wall surrounds with over 100 different colors and styles. Our certified installers can be done in as little as a day using products backed by the Good Housekeeping Seal of Approval and a matching labor warranty. Right now, you can receive 10% off your entire project and 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2023. Bath Planet, out-of-this-world service, down-to-earth price.
Do you listen to the TV on high volume or have trouble hearing conversations? Then you would benefit from hearing aids. Don't waste thousands on expensive hearing aids when you can get Nano's revolutionary technology for just $297. Don't be fooled by higher-priced hearing aids. The CIC Recharge is a true hearing aid, not an amplifier. With rechargeable technology many customers say is superior to more expensive models. Call now and get not one, but 2 Nano hearing aids for just $297. Plus, we'll add a portable charging case and ship your order absolutely free. The CIC Recharge has a tiny in-the-ear canal design that is nearly invisible. Why keep missing out on important conversations or waste thousands of dollars? Call and get 2 CIC Recharge hearing aids for only $297 and free shipping.
800-758-1647. Again, that's 800-758-1647.
to the tempo.
These two drill rigs behind me are running 24/7, collecting core samples for an exploration project in Aiken County. We'll have more on the Tamarack mine.
In this century, there have been 3 high-grade nickel deposits that have been discovered on infrastructure. These are extremely rare.
That's happening Tuesday at 10 on CBS 3.
My father bought our family's first snowmobile in 1969. Since then, I've been hooked on the vintage machines. Just like old motorcycles, keeping an old sled running takes an experienced hand. As the Northland's longest-serving broadcast meteorologist, I think I have the experience needed to make an accurate forecast for snowmobilers and other winter sports enthusiasts.
Watch Dave Anderson weeknights at 5, 6, and 10.
I'm Nora O'Donnell in our nation's capital. We're here at the White House with the President of the United States.
Thanks for having me.
We will witness yet another moment in history.
Well, an update now to a developing story we've been following at 5. Here's a live look at the Kenwood neighborhood where we just saw police take a man who had barricaded himself inside a vehicle into custody. That's that vehicle you're seeing right there. Police spokespeople say they used what they called less than lethal tactics to get the man out of the truck. We are trying to find out exactly what that entails. Our reporter on scene says in the last 10 minutes he heard what sounded like a shot and saw glass on the passenger side of the vehicle break. At this time, we don't know what led up to the incident. Police say they believe the man is experiencing a mental health crisis. We will bring you any updates as they come in, including tonight at 6 o'clock. We are now just a few days away from the NCAA Women's Final Four tipping off at the Target Center in Minneapolis, and our sister station gets an inside look at how it all comes together.
Before the Final Four teams can take the floor at the Target Center, a crew of about 40 have to make it.
Our teams are artists.
Connor Sports has done every Final Four court, men's and women's, since 2006. Something Jeff Krasha says is an art.
The court itself starts with the design and idea from the team at the NCAA. It's a pride we take in trying to make sure that that court looks exactly like the vision the NCAA has.
262 panels, each weighing in at about 200 pounds, make up this year's design. And while the teams playing on it could come from Kentucky or Connecticut, the court itself is from Michigan's Upper Peninsula.
It's all northern maple hardwood, so this is 20, 30-year-old trees to be able to have the density of wood to actually become a basketball court.
And crafted with precision.
That is the attention to detail that we put into these courts. Everything we do is focused on the safety, health, and wellness of those athletes.
Elsewhere, the finishing touches are almost complete for one of the largest events here since prior to the pandemic. The convention center ready for the concerts and fan festivals, all starting Friday.
Very exciting tip-off for the first game is 6 o'clock Friday night, with the championship game being played Sunday at 7. We'll be right back after the break.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health. If you're 45 years or older, talk to your provider about screening options. The best colorectal cancer screening is the one that gets done.
The Arrowhead Home and Builder Show returns March 30th through April 3rd.
It's your one-stop destination for building, remodeling, and home and garden products.
Featuring hundreds of home improvement experts and thousands of ideas.
See the latest trends and save big with special show-only pricing.
Experience the many family-friendly entertainment options.
Shop for unique gifts, gadgets, home decor, and more.
5 fun-filled days, March 30th through April 3rd at the Deck in Duluth.
$5 events parking. Details at arrowheadhomeshow.com.
Blue Rock Grill features a seasonally rotating cocktail list as well as an extensive selection of sought-after spirits. Whether you're seeking a quick sandwich for lunch, a nap and a cocktail, or the perfect night out with friends, choose Blue Rock Grill, located next to the Miller Hill Mall.
Come on, make the switch.
to CAD Country 98.9, today's best country.
CAD Country.
Wake up with Zooch and Taylor. Weekday morning 6 to 9. CAD Country 98.9 is today's best country.
Find the home of your dreams with Homes by Edmunds. Whether you're buying or selling, trust Duluth's oldest real estate company, Homes by Edmunds, LLP. Sunday mornings at 10:30 on CBS 3.
When President Biden came to Superior, we had full team coverage.
Ukraine, all the way to inflation, but the main...
When you had questions,
he spoke about the middle class and the importance of...
we had answers.
Projects that are aiming to benefit people of the Twin Ports.
Covering all angles, every time.
Telling us what you think. We're building the most innovative
Kristen, the president's speech today touched
for
on
the
a
best
lot of
political
themes.
coverage. Tune to live, local, CBS 3. Stay connected to live local CBS 3. Check out our exclusive content on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as our mobile app, and join the conversation on today's big stories.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Monday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story, and we'll see what's coming up at 6. Tonight at 5, we were in Virginia this morning as DFLer Jen Schultz announced she will be running for the 8th District Congressional seat. Schultz said she supports mining, but would not be more specific with us if that included copper-nickel mining. The 8th District seat is currently held by Republican Pete Stauber. And tonight at 6, one Duluth neighborhood will see almost $1 million to address economic, educational, and health disparities in the community, where Lincoln Park leaders hope to see that money go tonight. That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next. We'll see you at 6.